Kila mmoja hapa anaongea juu ya hii debate ya one man, one vote, one shilling. Nataka kuwaeleza. Nilikuwa katika bunge wakati tulikuwa tunafanya marekebisho ya katiba 2010. Wakati huo kuna wale viongozi ambao walikuwa wanaendesha hii maneno ya one man one vote. Na sisi kutoka sehemu kame katika taifa letu la Kenya tukasimama kidete na tukasema 1 kilometer one vote. And that is when in its wisdom the parliament then introduced a clause in our constitution, the clause on equalization fund, so that the areas which are sparsely populated and which have been neglected over the years can catch up with the rest of the country, so that development will be equitably taken care of in our nation. During the third generation formula, I want to sincerely thank the Senate and the leaders who stood together. As the governors from Northern Kenya, we stood together with the senators then and ensured that no injustice will be committed against sparsely populated areas. Equally, this time round, we will make sure we will do everything it takes to ensure that both sparsely populated areas in our country and densely populated areas in our country are equitably treated and taken care of, because every part of this nation is important. In the first place, before you talk of any population, you have to have a country. And without having 60 or more of this nation, which is sparsely populated, Northern Kenya and other arid and semi-arid areas, we are not going to have anything called Kenya. So you must be considerate of every person in our nation and every part of our country. And as such, I want to caution our leaders. It is not every person from Mount Kenya who is against equitable distribution of resources. It's only a few leaders who are mad about that notion. And we must stand up and say no to those few. But let us not fall into this accusation of fallacy of generalization about the whole Mount Kenya. No, it's not the whole Mount Kenya who's unreasonable. It's not. It's just a few leaders. And for your information, our president, who was then deputy president when that generation formula was discussed, stood with us. And I'm sure he will require, because he's a statesman and he requires every part of this nation, I am sure he will not allow injustice to happen to any part of this nation. So kwa hivyo sisi tutasimama kidete kama viongozi wa watu wetu wa arid and semi-arid areas, so that there will be no injustice committed against any part of this nation.